Why, hello there, Lost Family. Or maybe you're new here, a wanderer just stumbling upon the Lost Gamer's path. Either way, the journey begins again. Today we're exploring the murky depths of Reddit, r/NiceGirls, so stay close. It's easy to get lost out here. Okay, 6 years later, and I still wonder if she ever realized going on a dating site and saying she wanted a man to wait at home for her Saturday nights while she was out with her friends was a bad look. Okay. The picture is just my ideal Saturday night. Group date with friends and come home to a glass of wine and my man. Okay.
Don't look down. Don't look
Why
down.
are you upset? 6 years later and you're still thinking, you still have the screenshot and you're still thinking about this? Why in the absolute heck are you still wondering about that? That was my thought. I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, if it was like very specific, like in messages or something, that you were always to be home and I'm the only one that can go out, I could see that being a problem. But just her wanting to go out with friends and come home and have a glass of wine with her man? I'm not seeing an issue with that. I mean, if you're awkward and that doesn't even count because you're not going, like, if you aren't having to go out, then I don't know, like maybe if you're just like really clingy and you can't ever be away from your partner, but that's not like super healthy. And if she's just going out with friends, it's not like she's going out and cheating. I don't know. Don't see a problem with this. The question asks about a singular Saturday night. It's a Saturday night, not all Saturday nights or date nights. That was my thought. I also like to see my partner going out and having fun. Yeah. Allowing this to live rent-free in your head for 6 years and hanging on to the screenshot is not a win. Agreed. That's a little bit weird. This person says, yeah, I'm married and my ideal Saturday night is being alone with a bottle of scotch and a few good cigars, some blues on the radio, and a good book. I see zero problems if my wife wants to have a girls' night. I don't think this is Nice Girls at all. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird. This is not the burn you think it is. Relax, champ. Dang, man, this is crazy pathetic. You sound miserable. Move on. It's been 6 years. That's for sure. 6 years? My friend, may I introduce you to outside? For sure. Are you okay? Weird as heck post. You've misread way into this, and your 6-year-long obsession is obscene. She dodged a bullet. I agree. This person says some nerds really just come on here to hate anything a woman does. 6 years ago? Rent-free, my dude. That's for sure.
I know I'm a picky eater, but still.
6 years, bro? Did she reject you? Why has this been in your mind for 6 years? For sure. Oh, she must have rejected you so hard. Crying faces. Heal, bro. How is it a bad look to chill at home while your girlfriend is out with friends? Are they never supposed to go out? That was kind of my thought. Any man who has a problem with that 6 years later is an embarrassing, insecure, troglodyte loser. I think that's what that is. I think that's what that says. It's fun anyway. Okay, let's move on to the next post, shall we? Girl added me on Instagram randomly. I've known her for about a week and told her today I'm busy. She didn't acknowledge it, and because I wasn't responding, had this to say. If you want to stop talking to me for whatever reason, but don't have the to ghost me or tell me, so you try to make me lose interest so I leave you, you're such a blank, and you should oh my gosh. Okay. Whoa. I can't say that, but, stop existing, I guess is the best thing I could say to replace that. But if you like me and are, for real, just a loser, then stop being a loser and start texting first at least. Hello, I am a woman. Okie dokie. I guess that's a good reason to not, friend random people on Instagram. I think if you have a private account, then people can't just randomly follow you. I think you have to accept it or something, so worth doing. Please don't respond in any way. Don't block. Don't change your following status. Your complete indifference will bother her more than anything else you could possibly do. Potentially. I definitely wouldn't engage with someone like that, that's for sure. OP, actually wishing I did this. Maybe I should unblock her and see if she says some dumb-ish like miss me. I wouldn't. No, don't unblock. That will make her think you are interested in her and what she has to say. That's my thoughts. Easy, dude. Just stop being a loser, obviously. She is a woman. I think she is a woman, OP says. She seems very high IQ. You should definitely hit. And the best part, she is a woman. Yeah, that was really weird work. In general, her message was kind of hard to follow because she didn't have any, like, commas, no periods. And then all the shortened down words, I'm not good with all that. A very eloquent individual. People that tell others to themselves are truly the sickest individuals. I agree. And for such a petty reason, too. So crazy. I had to read the text a couple times to take it in. He ignores her for any of a million legit reasons, and she tells him to himself. What the F have people turned into? I could not agree with you more. Gosh, it's so crazy. Hello, I am a woman. One who probably doesn't have many friends. Probably not. OP says, literally the day before this, she was whining about friends and how it's unfair no one can keep up with her. Okay. You sure it's not an OF bot? Or blank? LOL. OP. Oh, I'm sure it was a very passionate girl, the same age as me, trying to get compliments sent to her. Sent multiple pictures a day. Okay, well, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Girl I was hanging with started talking to someone, so I did too. I was hanging with a girl. Then she started talking to someone else, but kept saying how she still wanted to F, and I didn't really like that, so I stopped responding to her texts. And then I found a girl I really vibed with, and we started talking. But she got so pissed when I told her I was talking to someone else. Hypocritical. What the F has been your deal lately? This ignoring me-ish isn't gonna effing fly anymore. You're either gonna tell me what the F is going on with you, or we're just not gonna effing talk, and I'll block you. So nice and friendly. OP. I've started to talk to somebody. My bad, and I haven't had the best days. I think I'll change the F word for duck. Ducking. Because that's what autocorrect does. So, I don't know. I think it's fun. That's funny because you told me you weren't ready, but but I know? I don't know. You're a ducking a-hole. Delete my ducking number. Yeah, I like duck. I like it. I might stick with that. OP. It's okay for you to talk to somebody, but shrug emoji. Go duck yourself. I ducking hate you. I ducking liked you. I had a ducking dream about being with you, and that's ducking with my head, so thanks. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't use duck. It's kind of cracking me up. And my luck keeps on getting better because now I'm not even seeing him. Tons of smiley faces. So you wanted someone, just not me. I get it. OP. No, you were talking to someone else and still saying you wanted duck. So I don't know how I felt about that. Yeah, it wasn't serious with him, and now it's nothing. Well, if you want to be with somebody, maybe you shouldn't play games with them. You might end up being the loser of your own game if you do. Yeah, it wasn't serious with him, and now it's nothing. Story of her life. Probably. If she always plays games with people like that and is never, like, serious about people until it's inconvenient for her, then, yeah. Probably doesn't have the best of luck. So basically, he didn't want her, so now she wants to rebound, but can't have it. Probably. This person says, it's obviously better for OP to just block and move on, but I kind of want him to say the same thing to her, like, yeah, I wasn't serious with you and now it's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably better to just move on. You don't need to sink to their level. This person replied under there, I keep doing the same things and get the same results every time. Is it me who's wrong? No, can't be. For sure. You were her second choice, just stop replying. Yeah, I tend to think that's the best way forward. Rules for thee and not for she. Yeah, a lot of people do that for some reason. Don't get it. If you're gonna mess around with other people, you have to expect the other person you're messing around with to be doing the same thing. If you're not serious about them, why should they be serious about you? This person said, is this person being so serious right now? LOL.
What's the news?
I liked you even though I was talking to someone else. It didn't mean anything. I can't believe you're talking to someone. We broke up. Effing lose my number. Yeah. This person says, okay, I have a few clarifying questions, but I want to start with this regardless of what the answer to these questions is. You definitely dodged a bullet. She seems insane and her aggressive way of communicating is not inspiring. For sure. But my question is this. When you guys started talking, was it you who said you didn't want anything serious? And then she started talking to someone else? Because I think she might have really wanted to date you, but heard I am not ready for something and decided to still keep talking to other people while waiting for you to be ready for something. You were her first choice, but she wanted to have other options, usually indicative of someone who is sort of codependent, not always, but usually. I can understand her being frustrated if that is the case. I've been hurt by guys telling me they weren't ready for a relationship and then turning around and dating someone else. However, even when I was upset like that, I wouldn't have sent those insane texts. Good luck, man. Just be glad you didn't settle down with her, I guess, LOL. Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't really noticed that, but yeah, she did mention the him not being ready thing. So, in which case it's really not that surprising that she would date other people. But, I don't know, I feel like if somebody tells you that they're not ready to date, there's a pretty good chance that that's not the truth. And I mean, it could be, but I feel like in a lot of cases it's just kind of a polite way of telling you that they're not into you that way. So I think it's probably better to just completely move on if you hear that. OP replied this exact same message to someone else here, but I'ma just copy and paste it. It went, we both got out of a long-term relationship, mutual friends with benefits for a month or two, then wanting a relationship with someone. I told her I'm not ready for that, so I backed off. She kept messaging me asking for just the deed, but said she was talking to someone else. To be honest, it might have just been made up to try to make me jealous. That's very possible. So I just outright stopped talking to her. And this is where the text started. I guess my version of talking to someone and other people's different. I don't want to have multiple partners, and I don't want my partners to also have multiple partners for STD reasons. That's definitely fair. That's definitely fair, but I don't know. Yeah, I would say there's a decent chance that she did just make that up for the jealousy thing, but I don't know, it's hard to say. Either way, it's just seeming like a little bit of chaos between both of them. I don't know. It's probably good to get your terms kind of out there to begin with, and I don't know, make intentions really clear. I feel like I see that quite a bit with these types of stories with the friends with benefits stuff, that the terms and like goals, I guess, just aren't laid out clearly enough sometimes, but I don't know. Even with very clear intentions, I feel like sometimes people just catch feelings and it makes everything complicated. Anyway, this person commented under that, I know I'm just filling in holes where I don't have information, but my best guess is she wanted to date you, convinced herself that if she just let you hit and acted like the cool girl who was okay with that eventually you'd want more with her. That is a very common. Obviously that isn't the case and you didn't want to F around. Unfortunately, that's rare. I feel like the majority of men in their 20s kind of just want multiple people they can have X with without having to have a relationship because that's too much work. She probably was operating off lived experience and thought that must be what you wanted too. She may have either made up this other guy or seriously been talking to someone else as a second option, as a way to kind of sell the idea that she didn't think of you two as serious, even if she really did, which by her insane text it seems like she secretly hoped for. I don't know, man. She is insane. You're lucky to have gotten out, but going forward, maybe be more clear in exactly what you're wanting and what your boundaries are with having multiple partners and such. OP replied, and talking to another person in my mind isn't exclusively dating, it's just interested in another person, be it friends with benefits. I'm not dating anyone. Okay, so yeah, he's still not really serious, but I would guess that she kind of perceives it as serious. Which I also am not very clear on this, whether when he says talking to another person, whether she was really just talking to them, like actual talking, or if they were like friends with benefits as well, or if they were dating. I'm just not really sure. I guess with that, our little adventure comes to an end here, for now, but the path never truly does. If you enjoyed getting lost with me, show me with a like or a comment. It helps me and my channel far more than you know. And if you wish to keep traveling these hidden trails, subscribe, and I'll see you when the path reveals itself again. Bye for now.